and the Amanda. And the Amanda saying that somebody took her credit card information and all of that. So I actually recapped that, and I was talking about how they mistreated Aunt Tracy. She did not like that recap. From that recap, I think other platforms started recapping that court case as well, and it became a bigger deal, and people started having eyes on them as far as like mishandling of money, and it just became like a spiral thing. Because I recapped that, she started talking crap about me again. But this time, instead of me being quiet, I clapped back. Do you get what I'm saying? So since then, we've been at it back and forth. But it all started because I used my platform to cover their court case. And it was so much wrongdoing done to Aunt Tracy. And the way that they handle her in that courtroom, it was almost as if it was like they were ousting her, you know. And I just put light on that, and from there they just been coming for me, and I came back for them. So
okay, thanks for clearing that up, because I was like, I have no idea. You know, I don't be in this messy type for real. I pop in, I pop out.
Oh, I know. I'm like, girl, I can't believe you covering this, but this got me cracking up though, this backdrop.
So you telling me that
Yes.
the only thing you did was gave your opinion,
Yes,
and they went straight to hell from there?
absolutely.
Okay, I ain't giving my opinion.
It went from SuSu and her ugly self and her little nose and her record and her this and ain't she this and ain't she that, and yes, simply because I did a recap of a court case, and that was my first time I actually even paid attention to their court stuff over there. I never paid attention to their court stuff. That was my first case that I actually ever like really recapped. And I was like, wait, hold on, they not letting this lady talk. They're silencing her. This YT lady is saying somebody had her credit card information. They trying to stick it on Tracy when really it was other people involved, like Glam and them, that actually did have, you know, the lady's information. Like, I was just poking holes in the story that they were trying to push in that court case. And from there, they just didn't like me, and they started coming for me, the whole panel. So yeah, it was crazy.
Well, you shouldn't be surprised, King, because if you recall, they've been doing this to people that recap and ask questions for a long time. That's how a lot of my beefs got started on this app, simply by just giving my opinion on something and actually being respectful within my opinion about it. So,
so this has happened to you with them?
Oh, this has happened to a bunch of people. Me, first of all,
girl, because
you know me and Miss Netra got into it before, right?
Girl, you know, because I know. I'm like, you OG for real. So I'm like, I can. Sometimes it takes history repeating itself for people to clock in. You know what I mean?
Listen, all I'm gonna say is this been happening for a long time, and I told my watch me go toe to toe with all of them. No, I'm better than the bitches. Y'all remember that? This is what I was talking about. Y'all remember? Ooh, they was mad about that.
But that's really where it really stemmed from, and I just never held back. And I think that she didn't know that I was capable of being like this kind of like toe to toe, you know.
I've been in my SuSu. Hey T, I've been in my AT. You know, y'all know I don't really be on this shit, but this really got to me a little bit when I was listening to it earlier, because y'all know, I don't know, my lives wasn't necessarily about mess for real. Like, we had some mess and we had some messy lives and we asked some questions, but within my lives, it's always been about, like, how can we just come together? And this is crazy to me, because a lot of the things that I think
I've always known you to be, no lie. Honestly, yeah. But you could get with the best of them, that's for sure.
Yeah, don't get it twisted, y'all. I'll cuss you out. I'll cuss you out. But my lives was never really like about mess and let's be messy. Exactly. You know how I do tea time when something don't sit well, because a lot of things that I heard, and Miss Netra coming at SuSu, thank you for grabbing that heart me. A lot of things that I heard, it was a lot of misinformation, and it come from a very uneducated place. And I feel like as a black elder in your 50s, you should know a lot of the things that you were saying were stereotypical things that is not even true. She repeatedly called you Ethiopian after being corrected several times that you weren't even Ethiopian,
Mm-hmm.
and continued to come after people from Ethiopia. Like, what?
That's the thing about it. I'm like, also, you're not, that's not a personal offense to me. Like, you could come for, I feel like in war, you can come for me about anything. You know, I don't take offense to much on this internet. I'm not gonna hold you. They done talked about my pregnancy, and talked about my kids, and talked about my husband, everything. Like, that's what they do. So I'm not surprised that she would go that low or do anything like that. All's fair, personally, in my eyes. But you're not offending me. You're offending everybody that comes from a different country, that lives in America, that lives in the Western world, that are, products of immigration or immigrants. Just your ignorant ways is not just, you're not attacking me, babes. You're hurting your platform. You're hurting your supporters. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
And I think that's why I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, a lot of in messy talk, and I've said this before. Like, y'all know I don't give a fuck about bite my tongue. A lot of this is just instant gratification and easy money at the moment, and there's no longevity in the things that people are doing. In messy talk, like her trying to read you by embarrassing herself with the lack of education, the lack of response, like, it's not going to get you far into where you actually want to be. Like, she wants to be a comedian. Comedians in 2025 are being canceled for things that happened years ago, and things that have been disrespectful to different communities. So, like, I'm not understanding, like, the examples that she's setting, and also being a leader of this family over everything. And to me, I've seen, I'm not gonna talk about that, but I just don't.
There's a lot that needs to be worked on within that crew, and that's the thing, that they were going under the radar for a while, until I guess recently. You know what I mean? Like, it's not my fault that y'all be being biased and inconsistent and weird over there with regards to, like, the CULT like behavior that y'all be doing over there. Like, it's kind of like, it almost ended up becoming fascinating for me. After a while, I was like, okay, I am low-key on your ass, but also I'm trying to shed some light to just some weird shit going on over here. There's some real concerning stuff going on over here.
I mean, I've been called that out. Even when, I mean, I called out a lot back in the day. We're not going to go back down memory lane, but we're just not going to. But I'm not surprised either. I'm just surprised that a lot of people in messy talk, especially these elders, platforms have grown off of misinformation, has grown off of, like, coming after younger people, has grown off of acting a fucking fool. I've acted a fool too in a lot of ways in response to people, and I've always stood by, like, even responses can be wrong, and I get it.
Really, I am not perfect at all in this situation. I done said some crazy shit on this app, and that's why I'm like, I don't care what she said. It's not me that cares. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely. Who's this in the box? I don't know this person. Oh, okay. She went away. She might not meant to request. But yeah, girl, that's what we was over here talking about. And I was confused because I'm like, oh, King was talking about it too. But he said that you didn't start it.
Yes. I mean, King of Hearts is right on the money. I did not. I mean, there was multiple times that they went over there and was like, no, SuSu did not say nothing about you. SuSu did not do this. She didn't do this. She didn't say anything. She don't have a problem with you. She just kept on wanting to have an issue. And I think that, like, for me, it takes a lot for me to respond to people, to be honest, because I just be feeling like, whatever, these are fleeting emotions. But when I start feeling like you just trying to come for me,
Yeah. I see.
Yeah, no, I ain't going. The fuck? I'm not going. Mm-mm.
Also, it just wasn't a read, and I asked the panel this earlier. Like, what do you consider to be a good read? Because it's talking about someone's culture, or a country or a continent or whatever the case may be. Like, is that truly a dig? Because
No. No. Especially with misinformation, rocks around your ankle and other like baskets on your head. I'm like, what do you understand about the other side of the world? Have you been outside of like where you're from? Have you ever traveled? Like, are you worldly? Like, these are the questions that I have, because like what propaganda are you being fed about like how things are in other places in the world? You can't possibly believe that like that's how people live everywhere in Africa. Like, Africa has 55 countries. I don't know. It's weird.
Mimi, I thought she was 72. I mean 60 as well until today, bruh. No shade. I thought homegirl was 60.
72 is crazy work. 72 is crazy.
Shut up, sister. I did. I just thought she was. I was confused. That's why I was calling her an elder. But I also don't think that's a dig too, because to me, like, reading a bitch down is saying, first of all, truthful things. Like, when you just spewing out bullshit. Like, at one point, somebody, I won't even say their name. Fuck it, I'm gonna say it. There was one time that Sobe called me like a bald head bitch one day, right? Like, and my hair is like really long. So I was like, that's not really a dig. And to me, if you reading somebody down, I want a reaction out of you. I want you to be upset. Like, I want you to feel that in your soul. And if you're trying to read me down with misinformation and facts that ain't even true, like, I don't even want to respond to you at that point. I legit thought she was 60. Who is Netra TikTok? Yeah, I heard. And then she called. Anyway, we're not gonna go back down memory
Who's
lane.
Netra Talk?
Yeah, somebody just followed me that said Netra talk, and I'm like,
That's her.
I had Netra blocked. She
That's
probably got
another
me blocked
page.
too.
I swear. Her page is called Netra Talk. Another page.
Oh, that Netra, Netra, get out of here, girl. You know we got each other blocked. She
Oh
gonna
no,
be on
this is
her
a different one. Oh, this is a different one. I thought it was Netra Talk. Okay, never mind. Sorry, Netra TikTok. This picture. What is this? You know what?
I keep trying to let certain people up. User unknown, or you name user unknown.
Yes, she went on. I think she went on the panel today with Netra.
I was trying to
User.
let her. Yeah, somebody. I'm trying to let them up, but it just keep. Maybe you were making a mistake. I don't know. But oh yeah, username unknown. I was trying to let you up, love. I don't know who you are or what keep happening. Not that it matters.
Honestly, I know how this thing goes. That's why I don't feel no way about what she said. It's gonna be like, you can't police response. There's gonna be people who say, she's justified and what she said. Me personally, I feel like whatever. I can eat you up on other things. I don't. That's not my avenue. The way that you do things. But I don't. I can't imagine that going well for her in the future.
No, I can't either. Are you going to respond to her? Like, that's my next question for you. Are you even going to respond
Do
to
you
this?
know what made her go on this tangent?
Something about you talking about her husband?
Well, no. I actually got sent a document from 2008 of her. Well, she said, first of all, that mine was somewhere locked up somewhere, which is completely false. Never had those silver bracelets on him ever. But so somebody sent me a divorce from 2008 that she had in a temporary protective order that she had against her husband. And then they sent me child support, contempt of court against her husband for a child that he had while they were together. But then I found out that he was actually married prior to her during the time that said relationship was going on. So that's why she's mad. Really, that's why she's mad.
Oh, okay.
So we
That
found
makes
out that
sense.
she's a side chick. That's all. Well, she was a side chick, her and wife. So that is
Why we
why.
so messy? Why we so messy?
See why? Do you see why now? Why that rant happened?
SuSu.
Yeah, that's why that rant happened. So do I need to clap back? I'll clap back after she addresses that.
Now, see, that's a read down because if that information is true, baby, I done read you down with the truth. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I used to do to people who used to
Oh
come
yeah,
after me.
she always say, girl, she always say she been with this man for 32 years. I'm 32 years old, which means 1993 you was with this man. But interestingly enough, you have children after 1993, not with him, right? Come to find out, he was married in 1993, divorced in 1996, had a child in 1998 with his ex.
That's why she tried to go on and talk about you and bring up your family, which I heard you say like you didn't care because you had already showed and talked about your family before,
Yes,
right? Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, Mocha, why do you see? Here's the thing, Mocha. I don't think that it's all ages setting the black community back because I feel like as elders, your responsibility in the black community is to teach and guide people, right? And so when you're in your teens, when you're, young in your teens, in your 20s, in your 30s, I feel like that's when you need the most guidance. A lot of us are not taught how to be emotional. We're not taught emotional intelligence. We're not taught how to handle conflict in a healthy ways. We're not taught how to express our emotion in healthy ways. It does apply to TikTok. I don't know why y'all think it doesn't apply to TikTok when TikTok has all these real people. We're not robots, right? So you can't teach what you don't practice and you can't teach what you don't know. And as an elder, when you become a certain age, you should know these things. Everyone isn't receptive, cool. But you can't teach me shit if you on here acting just as bad as the 20, 30-year olds. You get what I'm saying?
Wait a minute, I
And
just
that's
realized I'm a goddamn elder.
what you say, King?
I just realized I'm a damn elder. Son of a
I know. Oh
bitch.
my God. That's why I had to get up off of here. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you control your own behavior, but to me, I have a responsibility to, not only myself, but also to my community. And maybe y'all don't think like this as elders, and I think that that's the sad part, and I think that's where we're lost at, right? Because to me, the older I get, I'm like, damn, not only do I have a responsibility to myself to make sure I'm emotionally intelligent and I'm responding in ways that's like healthy. You get what I'm saying? Like, I just don't know. And I feel like these younger people, these 20-year-olds are looking at us in our 40s. I don't want to be that when they should be looking at us like, I want to be that. You get what I'm saying? So, like, I just think, no, I'm sorry, but the elders are setting us back because Ms. Netra's response was completely uneducated. And as an elder and somebody that is 50, got to get it together, and 20 years her senior, she should know better. Your parents should be the example as well, but also a community. That's the point of a community, right? And TikTok and your real life are not two different things. And I think that that's the problem on this app. I think that y'all try to, and this is why I couldn't fit in with that whole messy talk and all of that stuff, because y'all not being authentically yourself. You're being a fake person online. And so, like, when you're being this fake person online, that's who you are at the core. Period, point blank. Who you show up as, whether it's online or not, like, get it together. Because some of y'all showing up online, and I would never even want to get to know the real you. Because you're showing up as an uneducated, emotionally unstable, not able to handle conflict. You're showing up literally just being fucking stupid, right? Like, y'all be looking silly as fuck. I used to look
but
silly as fuck too
let me be
sometimes.
honest though. Let me be honest though. There is no, technically they have made this space a no rules space.
Oh, hold
Yeah.
on, real quick. Chef Drama Llama, an elder is but if you 20 years somebody senior, you're an elder to them, in my opinion. But elder is subjective to what other people think too, though. Okay, sorry, Susu, go ahead.
I was just saying there's been a blanketed rule that there are no rules. That's why I'm not complaining about anything, because I'm not holding back on her. There's things that I probably won't do just because I won't do it, or I won't say it. That's just personal choice. But essentially, the blanketed rule on this side of the app is anything goes. So, I'll go ahead, Shell. Sorry, baby.
No, I was just gonna make that point. Is I can understand where you coming from, watch me, but at the same time, we have to know that, when people say know who you dealing with and accept that reality. On this side of TikTok, nobody can say, the higher road. Nobody can say what morals look like. Nobody can say what a good compass is supposed to look like. The people who actually have successful marriages, they get drowned out. The people who actually have thriving businesses, nobody wants to listen to them. The people who actually got the voice, they don't get the microphone. It's the people that do contain the drama. It is the people that, that do contain. That's the majority here on this side of the app. And when they have these type of conversations, they say, well, why are you still here, or go on the other side when you've built so many relationships on this side? So you don't want to leave the people who you built relationships with. You actually just want to encourage them, like, hey, it don't always have to be like this. But that's the culture here. Nobody can't tell nobody nothing without it being wrong. You cannot say, you know what, and again, let me tell you something, Susu. I don't have nothing, no dog in no fight. I don't have, but as a pregnant woman, I just wanted to see you happy. I wanted to see you.
Oh, honey, I am. The thing about it is, this is a business for me. This is just a money-making thing for me. I don't think about, like, I don't carry the beef or the arguments that I have on this app into my real world. Like, I'm very happy, actually.
Right. But what I want people to understand is, in your real life, we're not privy to that. Right? We're not privy to what's off the app, like the beauty and the bliss of your real life, if it's never been shown. If all we see you is, oh, another person coming at Susu getting in the pain with another person. Yeah, I know she's this far along in her pregnancy. The baby shower is coming up. If we've never experienced that, that's not something that we're going to perceive. So when we do see Susu, all we remember is, okay, she used to be.
But I also don't know you guys in your personal worlds and what's going on in your life. So for me, that is where my boundary is. You don't need to know my happiness. I'm only here for the entertainment. And if it is to entertain you, I'm also receiving my own coins from that. Right. So it's like, that is that's why I feel like that's a boundary that I have.
Right.
Anyway, that's why my husband's not on the app. That's why my child is not on the app. That's why my family's not on the app. You don't need to be privy to know my real world, my real life, my real anything. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
and I can understand that, because that's the
you don't know Edna, you know SuSu's world.
Well, that's
you get what I'm saying?
Reality of this side of the app. It's not safe to do so on this side.
Correct.
With around these people, that boundary that you put up is very like it makes common sense, because on this side, people will use that against you, and you're not safe enough to show and experience that. So we're never going to see it, and you're never going to be able to see us. So all we know is these characters. So when people say, oh, it's just TikTok, you're just a character, it's because we're never going to meet the real people. It's for entertainment.
Okay. I see what you're saying. But I'm like Susu, because when I was doing like lives, I mean, people still don't even know what my real name truly is. Some think it's Sabrina. Some people think it's Drea. We'll never know. But
correct. I do want to ask if any of my supporters are in here. What is the one thing that I always tell y'all when it be people arguing and fighting and bickering and all of that? What's the one thing that I tell y'all to always do? And hopefully they're in here to answer that question, because this place is not meant to be taken seriously. Like this is not the real world. This is like, there you go, London. Just sit back and be entertained. Like, don't get your feelings wrapped up in it.
Did Chef Drama just dox me? Oh my God. I know.
Like, I don't think it's necessary for any of us to know each other's personal life. Now, that's why the element of doxing is so like taboo and so interesting. Because then you get to know more about the person behind this profile, right? But ultimately, I'm just a character on TV. Like, take it like that. Just take your feelings and like your assumption of like what someone's real life is and just see them as a character, and it makes life easier.
And see, and here's my thing, real quick, Shell. Something that you said was important to how, because I called this out earlier, and I think that this is a walking contradiction within Messy Talk. Because anytime something happens or whatever, like Miss Netra did this response to you or whatever, and then people are playing it and saying, oh, this is wrong and this is xenophobic, because I like the fact that you said, SuSu, like this side of the app, anything goes, so how can I be upset? So then my question is, then why do people hold these lives? And it almost seems like accountability lives, it almost seems like morals, but Messy Talker said that they don't have no motherfucking morals. So then when situations like this happen to where Ms. Netra is being xenophobic, she's not setting good examples, you know what I'm saying? She's disrespecting all of these people. Why does it matter?
I mean, well,
I know it don't matter to
anything
you,
ever
but
come of it is my point. Is there anything has anyone been truly successfully canceled?
no. I don't believe in
It's
cancel.
like,
I don't believe in cancel culture anyway either. It don't happen.
right. So I'm like, the uproar and stuff, it's for y'all. You get what I'm saying? You guys are receiving it. You're watching it. You're receiving it. For me personally, I say what I want to the lady. So if she decides to go on this angle of it.
Oh, Bella, you was canceled a little bit. You was, girl. I forget. They did. They tried. I don't think you were ever truly
Put no
canceled. I think
3K
they
every
tried.
Sunday, girl.
I don't
Cancel
think Bella
don't
was
exist, girl.
canceled.
You ain't canceled.
I think you just reset for season 2, season 3. I don't really think you got canceled, Bella, because we were still over there. I think the majority kind of left for a little while, and you just had to have a hard reset. I want to say that. I wouldn't say cancel.
No, I don't think you were canceled, Bella.
Yeah, I don't think you were canceled. But okay, so going to the Bella of it all, right? That's we've been introduced to certain things, and Bella's like, I don't think Bella is too much different on the app than she is in her real life. So is Bella a character, or is this her real life? Because when she goes to blow, like say for instance she has another fallout, is she having a fallout with the character, or she's having you know what I'm saying? That's where it kind of grazed the line, because some people on here aren't characters.
Messy Talk didn't used to be full of characters. Messy Talk used to be full of just people being themselves. And shit just
Thank you. That's why I'm saying it's kind of
I am
hard for
myself.
people to navigate it when.
I
I
want to
see you being
clarify
yourself.
what I mean by character. I mean from the viewer standpoint. Because me personally, everything that I do, that I get into other people with, is authentic. That those are authentic, real situations and people that I get into it with for real reasons, right? I'm saying for those of you who are, I don't think username knows she's up here. For those of you who are the viewers, who are the audience, who are receiving, who are intaking all of this, my advice to my supporters has always been, don't get your feelings too wrapped up in this, in what's going on out here. Just use this space as a space for entertainment. The moment that you go out and fighting for people, the moment that you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying I'm wrong with it, but I'm saying is I advise my people not to get so wrapped up in it. I know how to compartmentalize. I don't know if my supporters do. Do you get what I'm saying? So,
And I get where you're coming from, SuSu, but just from a viewer's perspective, right? Because I view everybody's platform. I don't have a say in it. I'm pretty neutral to everything. I don't have no biases. When people are on this app for so long, for 365 days a year, for 3 and 4 years, for hours at a time, showing up, constantly, they're doing the things they're supporting. It gets hard, you know what I'm saying? Even if that's the goal, and you and you do the things, you do the work, and you try to separate the two, it may conflict. Just because if you're thinking about a reality TV show, it only is going to come on one day a week. It's not going to be on. It's not going to have a new show every day, 7 days a week, same time, because your brain has to, you know what I'm saying, think about, okay, this is what happened. But on TikTok, your brain does not have it, because same day, same time, same place is always going to be right here.
I think, SuSu, you are. And then Candy, is that Candy? I think that is Candy.
yeah, hi, baby.
Hey, Candy. Susu, I do think that you are yourself, but I do think that people are playing characters of people that they probably wouldn't even act the same in real life, and that is my problem. Hey, Candy.
Hi.
The
What's
way
up,
I just
everybody?
woke up and it's 379
I don't know where
motherfuckers.
they came from. Susu got in the box and then boom. Susu, she brought them people the fuck up over here.
You know,
Y'all
people
done
was
closed
like
that
trying to get the
motherfucking
tea.
door?
So can I say something?
Yes,
So
Candy.
I think what it is with this app too, right? I think majority of us are authentically ourselves, but also a character at the same time. That majority of the shit that we do on this app, we wouldn't do in real life. We'll think about it, but we do have the capability of doing those things, right? So I think that's like one of the major things that, like, when people say, like, "Oh my God, you're doxing this person, are you doing this?" Like, at the end of the day, like, it was done to majority of us. So like, we're numb to the shit, right? Even though we shouldn't be numb to it, we're just so numb to it, right? So for us, it's like, y'all may think like we're characters, but sometimes a lot of things on this app transpires in our real life that we're like, okay, well, now this is really trying to, you're trying to hit our home. So now I'm going to come back at you full force. You know what I mean? So we try as characters, right? Like we try to separate the two. Like I don't really like to talk about my marriage. I don't really like to talk about my husband. I think Susu is the same way. She don't like to talk about her husband, her kids, or whatever. So when you start to hit those things, like we're like, okay, well, I got these boundaries. You're trying to cross these boundaries, so it's up and it's stuck. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. No, that is not okay, y'all. Look, that is not an AI of Netra. I took a screenshot of a picture of Netra, put it into Chat
Girl, so that
GPT.
is not that damn lady.
That is that not her?
That's not that
Screaming.
motherfucking lady.
I am
It's
screaming.
not her.
That's not who is it then?
No,
Goddamn,
no, it's
bitch.
not. That's not her.
The face is off. Watch me. It don't look like her.
That's not her. Damn.
Close enough. Watch me. Close enough.
That look like somebody auntie at Disney World trying to stay a little bit cool.
Now somebody said that's Blue Dove. You messy. Didn't that lady pass away? Stop talking about Blue Dove.
That lady been
But
dead for a minute, y'all.
but I
Stop.
understand what y'all saying about characters. I never played a character. You get what I'm saying? Like I just feel like I don't know, that shit just get boring after a fucking while for me. And I just like, you know what? I don't want to show up like this, whether it's online or offline. Like, how do you want to show up in the world? Because to me, online is the same as in the fucking world. The only difference is people pretend to care about the things that in real life we know they don't give a fuck about.
But even like in reality shows, everybody has a character, right? Like I Love New York when she was on Flavor of Love, right? She was the villain, right? She was the girl who was the HBIC head in charge who took over the house. Like everybody has a character, even though it's real life. Like, yeah, you could be yourself, but at the end of the day, you're playing a role by being authentically yourself, right? So like you may be the sweet person on this app that everyone's like, oh my gosh, she's so sweet, she's so innocent. But then you got somebody like me who plays devil advocate, right? Devil's advocate on this app.
Really you, but like in the scheme of things, for the entertainment purposes, you fit into the devil's advocate or the antagonist or the. That's what I mean when I say character.
Right.
Some people are heroes, some people are villains, but they're
Right.
really just being their self.
They're being their self.
And there's
Right.
398 people in the crowd watching people just be themselves. You get what I'm saying?
I think a part of it too is, and I don't really know what the fuck y'all talking about because I listen. Let me tell you the way.
Some of these people don't need to be themselves.
But the way
They need
that
to be somebody else.
Let me
think
just
a
finish,
part-
let me just finish real quick. I'm sorry.
Oh my
So-
bad, I cut you
No,
off.
no, you're good. You're good. So, like, even like when you're saying like, what is Bella's role? Bella's role is the accountability court, right? And those it's important, right? That we also have to take accountability in real life. Like, we're just watching everything happen, unfold, right? And then it's time for Bella to like, okay, did you take accountability for this, or did you take accountability for that? Look what you have done to this person. It's just like it sums it all up, and then you get your verdict of like you're guilty or innocent, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but Miss Nisha not playing a character. If you listening to what she said in that actual clip, she does not like people that are African. That's not a character.
I think a part of it too is you got to recognize we've been here for the transition between social media and interest media, right? interest media is more of where you're seeing the character. Social media was more of like community connection. Interest media is kind of what you enjoy to look at, right? Miss Neat, the other part of this that we are missing too is that there are realistic consequences for your real life actions, right? And no shade to Miss Netra whatsoever, because I don't really give a fuck about nobody else living but mine. But if you drink every day, you wake up every day, and you get on here and you drink, and
Oh, sorry.
you you wake up every day and it's cool to say like I don't have to go to somebody's job. I can stay up till 5 o'clock in the morning. I can go to sleep when I want to. I can drink all day if I want to. But your liver has a consequence that comes with that. Right? So we can act like it's fucking characters, but the doctor ain't gonna say that shit a character when your liver start fucking failing.
Thanks, Miss. Thanks, not Miss Nisha. Thanks, thanks, Candy, for coming up. Come up with.
Life consequences. There have people who have had authorities called on them. There have been real things happen. Trust me. Like,
That's why.
you
That's
know,
why I
like
say.
this thing, it gets real.
That's why I'm saying, like, people are like, oh, it's different. No, people done been doxxed. People done been swatted. People done been popped up on. People done fought. People, like, all of these things that have happened, right? All of these real life things have happened. And then people on Messy Talk, which I think y'all stupid as hell for this. I'm sorry. I think this is dumb. Y'all see all these CPS that been called. Y'all see all these real things happening. And then especially people in the comments be like, it's not real life. Well, the police just really showed up at the door. CPS really showed up at the door. Blades and others really got into a fight.
Yeah, that person just really lost their job.
There's somebody just really lost their job. Somebody just like what are we talking about here? I think that shit is dumb. I'm sorry, y'all stupid. My bad. Y'all is. And I don't mean no disrespect by calling y'all stupid if y'all think like that. I welcome all different ideas. But I just think that to me, like,
so stupid, and then try to pacify your girl.
yeah, I like y'all. Your ideas are yours and your opinions, but it just don't make sense. And some of y'all in here don't even like
Hey,
me.
y'all. Hey, everybody.
I know some of y'all was in them comments when I was on Bella Live and I said I was better than you bitches. And some of y'all is in here. I'm gonna let y'all be in here. But mine, if y'all see that YT lady Lala on any of the pages that y'all recognize, make sure y'all block her immediately. Or any of those other YT people that were being racist. Make sure y'all block them. They're not welcome here. But I don't know, SuSu. I do think that for you, I've seen you be your authentic self this whole time. I don't think you playing a character for real. I don't think that you take this
I'm not
seriously.
playing a character. I just am a character on this side of Messy Talk.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
all.
That's better.
I'm not playing it. I just am. You know?
Yes, that's better to me. Like I don't think that you're playing one. Yes, you're a character on Messy Talk, but I don't think that you pretend to be somebody that you're not. And I think there's a lot of people that pretend to be somebody that they're truly not. And I think that it's honestly sad. And I think it's sad for people like Miss Netra to respond in the ways that she does and make it seem like it's okay. I'm sorry, it's not. So, not to me. Now, it can be okay to somebody else, and that's cool. But that shit not cool to me. Somebody else trying to come up.
Absolutely, girl. I do have to head off, but thank y'all so much for the conversation. This has been so good to just chit chat about the issue and not the people. I do like how this conversation is going. So I appreciate it. Thank you for having me. It's good to see you, girl. Come back.
I'm not coming back. I peek back
No,
in.
sister, do not tell her that
Every once in a while, Bullock, you too. Every once in a while,
Hell
I like
no.
these
The
topics.
fuck? Why would we do that?
Y'all not really talking about the people. Y'all talking about the theme. The
Oh,
issue.
girl, you know, because there's all these people in here, because you brought all these damn people over here, girl. And you know it's gonna get back to Miss Netra and she's gonna try to talk about me. But I don't respond to people no more on this app. Like if I do come on here and speak my mind, which I talked about the Bella and Blacks thing, a lot of people was here for that. You know, when I talk about things, I don't care if someone don't like what I say or has something negative or makes assumptions. Like I just don't care no more because I don't know these niggas. I don't know these. They ain't my motherfucking friend. Fuck 'em. But thank you, Susu. I just had a few questions, and I
Yes.
appreciate you coming up.
I answered everything, but look, you was asleep, but girl, I hope,
Girl, the way
I hope
I
I
was
answered
snoring
everything.
over this motherfucker.
It's nice to see y'all. Thank y'all for having me.
Thank you. All right, y'all. So we did get that situated as far as like what Miss
All
Netra
right,
had.
y'all. Now that Susu's gone.